Hello, Foxy people. How y'all doing on this beautiful Friday? I'm super pumped to be back with y'all this week. I cannot wait to talk about bubble crepe. It is one of my favorite woven fabrics. So I can't wait to share that love with y'all today. I am hoping that some of you will be with me today and I won't have to resort to my phone for comments. So say hi, let me know you're here. Let me know it's working. Tell me where you're from and what you're working on. Y'all know I love chatting with you. So I'm gonna ramble for a bit and see if anybody wants to join me. I guess I did kind of pop on a minute early. So hopefully we've got some people today. We can chit chat and talk about this beautiful bubble crepe. I also have a winner for last week's prize, and we will be giving away fabric this week. Um, I'm hoping the wonderful Sarah will pop a link for me into our bubble crepe category so that you guys can check out all of these beautiful fabrics nice and easy. Won't have to work for it. Hi, Sarah. Excellent. My comments are working. My comments are working. So say hi. Let me know what you're working on, and I'm gonna dive into some bubble crepe. I'm gonna dive into some bubble crepe. It is a beautiful Friday here in Atlanta. It is the perfect spring chill to the air, but it's a sunny day, and I kind of just want to take a book and read outside, maybe with a nice hot cup of coffee. I definitely don't need more coffee today, but a nice hot cup of coffee, a book, some sunshine. It sounds perfect. Um, so hi. Hi, Patrina. Oh, I hope that's how you say your name. It's a beautiful name. How you doing? Where are you from? What you working on? I'm gonna ramble for a minute and see if anybody else wants to join us before I actually dive into beautiful bubble crepe. I know that Facebook can be kind of a butt about telling people that I'm live, so I'm gonna ramble for a minute. Hi Lydia from Washington State. Is it beautiful up over there? It is early. I'm not a morning person, so 9:30 is early to me. So let's chat bubble crepe. Let's dive in and chat about bubble crepe. So bubble crepe is a wonderfully light woven fabric that has absolutely gorgeous drape. It is one of my favorite woven fabrics to work with because you get all of the beautiful drape and flowiness of a lightweight woven, but it's so much easier to work with than some other lightweight wovens. So it's a really great fabric if you want to dip your toes into a lightweight woven without so many of the challenges that come with things like chiffon and rayon challis that I find a little bit more challenging to work with. So I'm going to show you an example of bubble crepe, and I'm going to choose one of our less patterned ones so you can really see the texture here. Because the best part about bubble crepe is, I think, the texture. It's so beautiful. It's got a crepe front texture. So I'm going to come really close to the camera. Yeah, so you can really see that beautiful texture. And then I'm going to hold this while we talk about this. So this is a polyester crepe. And it has this bubbly texture, and that's because the thread is twisted before they make the fabric, which is really cool. So it's really easy to work with, and it tends to be more opaque than other lightweight fabrics. So as you can see, you can't see my bright orange shirt behind this fabric, which is absolutely wonderful. So you still get that lightweight. You can see it's a little bit sheer when it's further away from my body. But you get a little bit more of that opacity than other lightweight fabrics, and that's because that yarn is twisted. So it's really breathable, it's comfortable to wear, it's wrinkle resistant, which I think is just a huge win always because I hate wrinkly clothing. Hi CJ. Hi from Idaho. Nice. Hi Jenny. Oh, it's gloomy. That's not as nice. So if you have ever worked with Liverpool, when we talk about the crepe front texture of Liverpool, this has that same texture. It's just a much thinner fabric because that's a double knit, and this is a lightweight woven. So that's the difference. But the texture is going to be very similar to that Liverpool if you've ever worked with that. So all of our current stock of bubble crepes it's a poly spandex blend, and that spandex doesn't give it actual stretch. It's a stable fabric. You can't stretch it, but it gives it a little bit more wearing ease. So it's a little bit more comfortable to wear when you sit down or move about. It has a little bit more just give to it. But that polyester in our bubble crepes gives really beautiful color fastness. So you get really bright colors that stay. So this is not the best example of that. But beautiful bright colors that stay when you wash them. So you get these bold, gorgeous, intense colors that are just beautiful. And they don't fade with time because of that polyester, which is really lovely. And then you also don't really get a lot of shrinkage from polyester. So still pre-wash. I know pre-washing, some people don't like to do it, but still pre-wash because they get dirty and there's chemicals from manufacturing and things like that. But it's not going to shrink a ton on you, so you don't have to worry a ton about buying extra yardage, worrying about shrinkage, which is helpful. So it's really wonderful for a layering garment without adding weight to your overall outfit. So I particularly love these for things like swim cover-ups and flowy dresses and skirts. Really beautiful because it doesn't add a ton of weight because it's so lightweight, but it's so comfortable to wear. They're so beautiful to wear. So it's particularly wonderful here in Atlanta when it gets humid. Great layering piece. Wonderful. So I'm going to nerd out a little bit because I like to tell you about how they do the crepe yarn. So crepe yarn is what's used in the production of bubble crepe. And what they do is they twist the yarn. So they twist the yarn either in an S or Z twist or a right or left hand twist, depending on the phrasing that they use. It's the same thing, just different phrasing. But they either twist it one way or another. And when they're creating the textile yarns. So then they use those yarns to when they're weaving this fabric, and that is what gives it that beautiful texture. And they use for bubble crepe, they use alternating spinning techniques that result in this crepe yarn that's so beautiful, and that's what gets the texture and the lovely, lovely feel of the fabric, which is wonderful. So it's also just a really versatile fabric. It's great for blouses and dresses, gowns, skirts, billowy tops, loose fitting garments, scarves, formal wear. You can even use it for curtains and window treatments. So it's really quite versatile. And since it's so easy to work with, that's extra handy because you can make so many things out of it. I have a wonderful pair of shorts that I just love out of some bubble crepe from Sly Fox they're like my favorite summer shorts because they never get too hot and they're easy to wear and they're comfortable. And because it's bubble crepe, they didn't take very long to make either, which is a win-win, I think. It's a win-win. Um, let's see what else I have. So it's perfect for it's my favorite for spring and summer sewing. Because it's so lightweight and airy. It really is just easy to wear, and then because it doesn't wrinkle either, I can go and sit and have brunch on a deck somewhere, on a patio somewhere, and wilt a little bit in the sun, and I might wilt, but my clothing will not, which is just convenient and wonderful. It's just wonderful. So it's one of the easiest crepe woven fabrics you can work with. Hi, Stephanie. Totally okay to be late. There's no attendance here. So I'm going to show you guys all of the bubble crepes that we have in stock with their coordinates. I don't know if you saw Amy Highsmith's beautiful skirt out of this gorgeous watercolor paradise. But I figured she might have inspired a few people to make some pieces, and then you might like to see some coordinates to go with them. So all the coordinates will be double brush poly. Of course, you can pair it with anything you'd like. I love it with Modell in particular, because I like Modell in the summertime and I love this in the summertime. So it's one of my favorites. So this is our watercolor paradise, and I'm going to show you. Ooh, I hit my shelf a little bit. I'm going to show you the coordinates that we have for this one. And this one has quite a few coordinates. Some of them have just a couple, and some of them have quite a few. So let's see, we have black. There's just a little bit of black in these leaves here. And then ivory. Oh, beautiful. And the best part about this one is white is actually also a coordinate here. The white that's in this is right in between white and ivory. So it works with either, which is really convenient. It's really convenient. Then we also have sky blue in here. Oh. Oh, I'm so sorry you're having bad internet. It's just not fun. I got lost. Blue, regular blue. We also have chambray, evergreen. This one has tons of coordinates. Ocean blue and seafoam. So I'm gonna distribute these a little bit more evenly in my poor little hand. And then stand up a little bit taller for you so you can really see all the coordinates here. Just lovely. Y'all know I can't mess with the mix of blues. It's just beautiful. And then I actually want to show you this one a little bit closer up because the details on this are just stunning. I think they did a really wonderful job layering these leaves for a really beautiful overall effect, but then also just a really beautiful close-up effect. I love fabrics that I love both from afar and from close up. So this is one of my favorites. So please snag it before I try to buy all of it because I can't afford that. So this is our Watercolor Paradise Bubble Crepe. And all of these are the same 97.3 poly spandex. They're all about 110 GSM. They're all stable and they're all 57, 58-ish inches wide. So I'm not going to go through all of that for each one because it's all the same. But that info is on the website. So if you forget or just want to verify, it's all on the website for you. And then the ivory dots that I was using earlier as my texture example. I love this one because it's very subtle. From afar, I think it just looks black, which I love. And then up close, it's just a little pop of fun. Just beautiful. This one just has 2 coordinates. Black. Oh, you can't even see that. And ivory. I'm going to switch those maybe. So the dots on this are ivory. And black is just a beautiful, perfect match. So it blends right in nicely. I definitely feel like I need to copy Amy and make a cute little short skirt and maybe a crop top because I like a crop top out of a coordinate for these. I'm trying to fold this. Because that feels like the perfect summertime outfit. I'm really excited about it. I am inspired. Oh, flowy pants would be lovely. Lovely. Next up, we have Midnight Dance. This is also one of my favorites. This makes me want to make a flowy dress and take a twilight walk on the beach. That's what it gives me pictures of. So look at how beautiful these flowers are up close. There we go. Just gorgeous. And this blue background is beautiful. It's just beautiful. I have a few coordinates for this one. Ivory. No surprise there. Ivory is a common coordinate. Vintage slate. Let me switch this. There we go. So you can really, let me shift this so you can really see these flowers. There we go. There we go. So vintage slate. Then we've got light pink. Oh, just beautiful in those flowers. And pink rose. That's gorgeous. There's some olive in those leaves, which makes me very happy. That makes me want to make an olive shirt to go with that. That's beautiful. And sorry, I don't have anyone handing me these. This is harder alone. Sky blue is the last coordinate. So there's a little bit of that sky blue in there as well. Oh, thank you so much. I don't live super close to a beach. Probably 2.5 hours is the closest one, but I have a friend in Jacksonville and I like to drive down to see her outside of pandemic time. Drive down to see her as often as I can, and we go and sit on the beach. So this is our midnight dance. Oh, that makes me want to dance on a beach. Sounds perfect. Sounds perfect. If flowers and dots aren't your thing, we also have this beautiful pop camo, which I have to unfold. I love this. I love how vibrant this print is. It's so stark and beautiful. The coordinates are all double brush poly, so they're not wovens. They're knit. All of the coordinates that I ever show are going to be double brush poly. So this is our pop camo. Super fun, really cute. I really like this one. I could see making this in like a button-down shirt for a guy in my life and just enjoying it. It'd be really fun. but I suppose I'd have to have a guy who wants me to sew for him. So, yeah. But I don't have any actual coordinates for this. I want to show you the black with it because it doesn't quite match. But I think it looks just fine. This is just more of a dark gray than black, so it's not an exact match, but it sure looks just fine. I'm not mad at it. I could show you olive with this as well. It also looks pretty good. It's just, again, not quite an exact match, but it looks beautiful. It's a great coordinating color. It's just not an exact match for you. So those two are ones that I would recommend with it, but aren't actually present in the fabric. But this is our pop camo. I love this one. I want to make some pants out of it. Some jogger style pant, elastic at the ankles. Be so cute. Hi, Kat. Super excited you're here with us. What's next? Oh, we've got more florals. Y'all know I can't resist a good floral. But this one is Rose Garden. So this is, the colors on this are just beautiful. Let me come closer so you can really see just how beautiful those colors are. I'm loving the pinks with the sea foams in this, and the extra greens. You know I love green. I just can't resist a good green. So my coordinate pile's all messed up now. The other color in that is kind of a vintage green. Hang on, let me switch back and show you. And actually let me grab, I know I've got a vintage green coordinate card here. Vintage Sage. Yeah, it's not too far off from Vintage Sage. So let me show it to you with the Vintage Sage as well. I need Virginia to come help me with this, but she's busy getting an education. So Vintage Sage also looks really good. It's not an exact match, but it sure looks really good. And let me have all three of these together for you so you can see all three of them. So it's quite beautiful, actually. Just not quite an exact match. And then this is not an ivory, and I don't think that looks good. It's not, is this almond? It's closest to an almond. I'm not mad at that. It's not quite an almond. It's a little bit darker than the almond, but it's the same tone. It's coming, the almond is reading very white with my very bright lights. But these are the four that don't quite match but do look really good. Correct, Kat. Woven, no stretch. So to recap, Vintage Sage, black, olive, and almond. All things I would wear with this, but they aren't actually the colors that are in the fabric. So can I, oh, there we go. There we go. Y'all can see it a little bit closer up and a little bit shadowed on that, not that shadowed, Stephanie, on that almond. So you can see it a little bit better. So not quite matches, but pretty dang close. I hope that helps. The almond does kind of have a pink tinge to it. Like the inside of an almond, it's very aptly named. Kind of has just a little bit of a pink tone to it. So you're right on that. And that one is pretty close, but it's not quite. It's not quite. Oh, where was I? Rose Garden. Rose Garden. So y'all, Rose is my middle name. So it's supposed to be my favorite flower. It's not, but it's supposed to be my favorite flower. But I do love the colors in this. They're so beautiful, and lovely. And I'm going to tip just a smidge. There we go. So y'all can see a little bit better. And then I'm going to scroll so I can see the coordinates on my screen. And we'll start not with white, but with ivory. Ivory. That's going to be in some of these flowers over here. And this one has lots of pinks. So the pastel pink, very beautiful coordinate. Yes, I love pairing it with different things to get a different look. It's my favorite thing. It's my favorite. I've lost my coordinate card now. Vintage Slate is going to be in here in this blues. Oh, looking beautiful. Magenta. Oh, magenta is one of my favorite. I have a beautiful top out of magenta that I just love wearing. Then this also matches olive. There's some olive in these leaves over here. And then the beautiful orchid. Oh, I love orchid. It's such a beautiful purple. This is making me happy. We have light pink. No surprise there. I feel like light pink matches pretty much anything that has pink in it. And then pink rose. Yeah, and then y'all know my favorite is going to be seafoam. There's some beautiful seafoam in here. So lots of coordinate choices for this one, so you can really make it your own and pick your favorite combo out of that, which is the best. It's the best. So that's our rose garden bubble crepe, which is just beautiful. I want to make a swirly skirt out of that and go dancing. Go dancing. Go dancing. We don't have a color called powder blue. There's no sky blue in. Okay, so let me pull this back up really quick. So sky blue is what I would call our closest to powder blue. And so it looks beautiful together. The color is not actually in here, but it does look quite good with it. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps for you. If you'd like to see a different color, please just ask. We're always happy to take pictures of coordinates with our fabrics to help you better online shop, because online shopping for fabric is not as easy as in-person shopping. And if that first tropical fabric is hitting your buttons but not quite right for you, check out Tropical Paradise. This one's just a little bit warmer and has flowers as well as leaves, and I love this one. It's so beautiful. And the only part that I find disappointing is that we need more coordinates for it, because all we have right now are, there's no black in this. I think we got the wrong coordinates listed here. Totally okay. Let's see. Let's see what looks good. I don't know what's listed. I've got the wrong ones written down here. I'm so very sorry. But seafoam looks quite nice. I'm not mad at blue. I'm not mad at blue with it. That's beautiful. Ivory is clearly a coordinate for sure. Let me take a look. Let me take a look at the bin of coordinates. I'm just gonna investigate with y'all, and we'll find some winners and maybe some not winners. You know what? I want to see this lemon. You know what? I like lemon quite a bit with that. It really pulls out the yellows and those greens. Ooh, beautiful. Yeah, these dresses just make me want to go to the beach, so I have to limit my access to them or I get sad. Or I go visit my friend more often, which is not a bad thing when it's safe to travel. Let me see, what else do I have? That's not a good match. I'm thinking I found my max here. Ooh, let's try olive. Ooh, olive looks quite good as well. It's got the deep tones within that green leaf is just beautiful. Let me try vintage sage for you. It's a little bit off from the color that's in the leaves. So it's not bad, but it's not what I would call a coordinate. Anything else y'all want me to try while I'm fumbling about with it? I'm not mad at sky blue. It reads some of the tones of the lighter one. It's not in there though, so. Oh, you know what? That's a good call. Navy. I have a navy midnight coordinate right here. I'm not mad at that. That's beautiful. That's gorgeous. I love it. Non-stretch jogger pant. You know what? I know that Rebecca Page has one, and they're called Celine, maybe? And I love the fit because it's not super balloony. It's more of a slim fit for a woven, but they're super cute and comfortable. And they would be beautiful with this. And I think they have directions for trim down the side too, so that could be really fun. So that is Tropical Paradise and some off-the-cuff beautiful matching fabrics. Please do check the website for coordinates, though. I have just one more to share with y'all today, and that is our yellow plaid. And I want to show this one a little bit up close so you can really see those beautiful colors, because I love it. And I have 4 coordinates for you. Ooh, I want something on the bias out of this. I love bias plaid, y'all, and I've got it backwards. I'm so sorry. I love bias plaid. I think it adds some fun and uniqueness to it, which makes me happy. Okay, so yellow plaid. If you could see my coordinate pile, you would laugh at me. It's a hot mess. We have ivory. Ivory. We have black. No real surprise there. Light gray actually is matching this mid-tone right here. And then our antique gold is the closest match for this. We don't have a yellow that actually, I'm pointing off screen. We don't have a yellow that matches the tone with the gray and yellow, but this antique gold matches the yellow that's in the black and yellow. So those are your 4 coordinates for this one, and I'm in love with that. That's beautiful. Yes, these are all of the printed fabrics, the pattern fabrics I'm showing today are bubble crepes. So that's beautiful. I think this is another great one for guys. If you have guys that like more traditional colors and prints in your life, I think this is a really great one. I would like a really slouchy button-down shirt out of this, but that's just me. Joggers. I would love joggers out of that as well. Those are the bubble crepes that I would like to share with you today, and I have just done that. Please look for Amy Highsmith in the group. Oh, she just commented. She is sharing a skirt out of that first bubble crepe, the what is it called? Watercolor Paradise. She shared in the group today, and it is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. It gives me all the beach vibes and makes me want to make all the beautiful, flowy, gorgeous woven pieces and then go stand in a wind somewhere. Just be in the sun and have a light breeze. So that's all the beautiful bubble crepe. So I hope I took some mystery out of bubble crepe fabric for you. It's super easy to work with. It's also just a wash. I don't remember if I said washing, but it's just a wash on cold and gentle dry or lay flat dry. So it's super easy to care for. It's so easy to sew with. It's a really great beginner woven fabric if you haven't dived into wovens yet. If you'd like to take that dive, I would really recommend the beautiful bubble crepes that we have. They're really lovely to work with. So have fun, ask questions. Every comment on today's video will enter you to win a 3-yard cut of a mystery bubble crepe. And I will not be back next week, but we will announce a winner next week. So please keep an eye on the group with that, and you'll be good to go. Because they don't wrinkle, you don't really need to iron them once you've sewn. Iron throughout the sewing process, please, but they don't typically need ironing once you've finished making the garment. So even when you wash it, they don't typically wrinkle. You're pretty good coming out of the dryer to just go to town. I keep my shorts in a drawer actually, and I never iron them when I pull them out. They're beautiful. So that is it. I've got a winner for last week's video, which is Sonia Brooke. I hope that I'm saying your name correctly. Please correct me if I am wrong ever on anyone's name. I hate mispronouncing people's names. Oh, good, Kat. Go make it and let us see what you make. I'm so sorry. I just have a conflict next week. I will be back in 2 weeks with you. Scrubs, I'm not that familiar with scrubs. I haven't worn them in years. I don't know if they're good for scrubs. I'm so very sorry. It's a pretty sturdy woven fabric, but it's pretty lightweight, so I would guess it depends on what kind of thing you're doing in scrubs. Because it's that texture. You know what? I don't know how you're going to know it's Friday. I'm very sorry. I will see what I can do for you. But I will not be live next week. I will be live in 2 weeks. But we will announce a winner. You know what? That's how you'll know it's Friday. Someone will win a prize next Friday. So I'm going to stop jabbering. Go have a wonderful weekend. Sew some beautiful things. Don't forget that if you're sharing Sly Fox Makes anywhere in the social world, to please screenshot it and come put it on the Share the Love giveaway. You can win some amazing gift cards. We give away a lot of gift cards for that. We do have Nub Jersey. I was not showing any today, but we have some Nub Jersey in stock right now. And I'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Have fun, sew beautiful things, and tell me all about it. Bye, everybody.